These are extraordinary times where we need to be creative and think about how we can share Eastbourne College with you. So in the absence of being able to take you around the school on a one-to-one visit and introducing your family to the college, we're going to take you on a virtual tour with some of our pupils and our staff and show you our fantastic school. It's totally unscripted, it's very ad-lib, but we hope it gives you a feel for our college. Let's go meet the pupils. So here are some of our lovely sixth formers who I'm going to introduce you to, who will be able to answer some of those key questions you might have about areas in the college. So we have Sasha, hello, Lewis, Billy and Sophie, all of whom have special interests and special stories to tell you about the college.
So this is the department that I've probably spent the most time in. It's the English department, but it's a great example of the ethos and work ethic of every department in the school. When you're in year 9, you really have a massively broad range of subjects and you're exposed to so many new skills and new ideas that you might not have studied before. And that's crucial in allowing you to make amazing decisions for yourself when it comes to GCSE and to A-level. My favourite thing about this department and every other department in the school is that the teachers really care about you individually, and they really care about teaching you things that you're interested in. I'm very lucky that I've had the same English teacher throughout my whole 5 years at college, and they do become your mentors. And there's so much flexibility, especially in my experience with the English department, in what you study and what you can learn, and the student feedback is so important for the teachers. And if I lead you down here, I can show you there's a beautiful mural that's been put in. And this is a great example of our school council system. So when this building was built, the students came into it and thought the walls look too bare, they look too boring. So the school council got together and said, we want something to jazz it up a bit, to make it more interesting. And within weeks, this was put in place. It's both educational and really interesting to look at. And if we move on down here, so this is the English reading room in the same department as English, and most departments will have a room like this, which is specifically just for students to come and work independently with closer access to their teachers for that subject. No lessons take place in here, it's just for students of the subject, especially at A-level when you're more specialised. The English department stock up this room with any text you might need for your A-level, but also loads that you might just find interesting and you might read and be inspired to learn something new that's not on your course. And it's a brilliant place to come and revise and come and work with that extra contact with your teachers.
Right, welcome to the Castle Art School, one of our many creative facilities here on campus. We've got some lovely fine art studios upstairs with beautiful light. We also have a ceramic studio and a photography studio downstairs as well, that our pupils who are taking art in the junior school as well as in the senior school are able to enjoy. You're going to now hear from some of our sixth formers who are actually taking art as an A-level on what they've accomplished and what they're working on.
Hi, this is the art department. I'm Sasha and I've been an art scholar here since year 9, so it's a really good place to come. They've got amazing facilities. These are a few of my paintings and we just come here and get on with our work, and it's really inspiring, the whole department. It's really colourful and open. My friend Tom's just working on his A-level piece. Right now we're doing A-level pieces which are based on change and stability. So mine's about like changing environment and stuff. Tom's more about religion, and it's really fun and experimental here. You've got clay downstairs and photography downstairs, so it's all very close together. Basically, it's very homely and fun.
And you've been an art scholar since year 9, haven't you, Sasha?
Yeah.
So as part of the Art Scholarship Enrichment Programme, what would you say has been most beneficial for you?
We have a few more opportunities to enter competitions, which means you meet other people from other schools and you see how they work and stuff, which is really interesting. I guess it gives you more confidence to be more, you can enter more things and do things around the school, like photography competitions, which we have every year. They're really fun and everyone gets involved. Doesn't matter how good or bad you are, it's just something you can just get involved in, which is really nice.
We were in the Burley Centre earlier and Sophie talked about your fashion show, which was put on in the auditorium. So what was your reason for putting on that fashion show?
Well, that was that was about environment, so the plastics in the ocean, but because I want to be a fashion designer, I took it quite seriously for my own personal reasons, but then it included like 50 people helping modelling. It was quite a big deal. My friends modelled, so I got everyone in the school, every age group to do it. It was really, really fun, and the school allowed me to do it in the auditorium, which was amazing. But it was really, really good opportunity for me as well.
So you're someone who's really made the most of all the creative opportunities at the school.
Yeah.
Textiles, art, photography, a whole host of
drama, so it's fun. No, it's good.
Super. Thanks, Sasha.
That's okay.
I'm here with Jenny Lethbury, one of our art teachers in the Mac studio in the art block, and you're with Year 9s at the moment. What are they doing?
This is Year 9 who are doing Photoshop and Introduction to Photography, as this is also part of the photography department. And they will be learning key skills which we will build on later on in the year and translate it into a painting project.
Okay, so in Year 9 our pupils do a vast number of subjects, including 3 creative opportunities. So these pupils would have all chosen art as their creatives. They might have chosen music or drama or textiles or DT as well.
So this is probably one of my favourite spaces in the whole school. It's called the Burley Centre, and this specific bit is the JWA. It's the most amazing auditorium that I've ever seen at a secondary school. And we get to use it for all sorts of different things. We can have assemblies here. We'll have whole school assemblies where we can get a bit of communication with the headmaster. We can do music concerts in here. I love doing music. I'm a music scholar, and we get to play on this brilliant piano, violin, singing, choir. It all happens in this space. And it's a really, really versatile one. We don't only use it for the school, it's also open for the public. We have pro arts festivals where we have professional musicians coming in and we get to experience professional music in here, which is amazing. And artists as well will come in and exhibit their art in the corridors around this space, which is amazing. So I love the way that this centre is really used for more professional artistic atmosphere. And we get to experience all that as pupils here, which is really cool.
And exactly alongside all these professional musicians and artists using this space, our students can use this space to put on their own projects. For example, I recently did a recital of my own, a solo concert open to the public in this place, which the school supported and allowed me to use. And Sasha, who you met earlier, recently used this as well for her fashion show. So as an aspiring fashion designer, she put together, I think it was about 70 different outfits, and students from the college modelled, and she put together this incredible atmosphere and just did her show in Burley Centre. It looked so professional. It was amazing to be able to have such a state-of-the-art facility to use that with.
So this is our recording studio. It's an amazing part of the school and one of the state-of-the-art things that we're really lucky to have. One of the great things about it is that it's a really professional space. If we want to enter any music competitions or just have fun recording, which is something we can usually do for GCSE or A-level music, this is the place to go. We can always work out how to write a song, have help with that with many of the teachers, and then record it on here. And as we said earlier, our singer-songwriting group has created quite a few albums on Spotify that we've been able to get on through recording in this space. It's a really wonderful part of the school that we're really lucky to have.
Mm-hmm. And if we go down here, we can hear one of our top musicians, Chelsea, practicing the piano in a lesson. Lessons are widely available to students that want to take their music further and students that just want to have fun. And Chelsea is definitely a student that wants to take her music further, so if we just sneak a listen to what she's playing.
70 different opportunities for co-curricular activities here at the school. And the biggest thing for me when I joined was just getting myself involved in every single thing possible. I've been involved in debating, or the United Nations. When it comes to sports, I like to try loads of different ones too. Just last year, I tried rowing for the first time. I fell out, but I tried it, and it was one of the best opportunities, and I made so many friends. With debating, I'm humbled enough to say I've become the debating president, and that's mean I got to go on loads of trips, I made loads of new friends, and more importantly, I've learned loads of skills for next year at university.
I'd say I've probably been most involved with music while I've been here, and I just think the music department is the most supportive place with so many opportunities. I think personally my relationship with my music teachers has been the best thing. They're so supportive, so encouraging, and the music department here is really open to anybody. We have amazing musicians who that's what they want to do with their life, and they can take grade 8 and their diplomas. We regularly have people taking diploma exams, but also people that just want to play for fun. And the choirs and all the jazz groups are so focused on people just coming together and making music, and that's the most brilliant thing about it.
And another great part about the school is that you get to do loads of different aspects of it. So when you start, you'll try out sport, DT, arts, academics and drama, and you'll try out whatever you want. And then the more time you spend here, the more you'll specialise and do what you really love doing. And drama is something that I sort of fell in love with here, and I didn't know much about before I came here. We have loads of really cool theatres, a really big one right there, which is where we do a musical or a normal play once a year, a big one. And then there's also a smaller place called Le Broc, which is more of an intimate space for smaller projects. If you're doing GCSE, you can write your own stuff and perform it in there. We've had A-level pupils write their own plays and perform it to the public and people around the school. The best part of drama for me is that you're sort of unleashed into this world of creativity and you can do whatever you want with it. People will support you, but you can really choose what you want to do and how you want to do it. So a great thing we're working on at the moment is an English department production. An English teacher said it would be fun to do, called Pink Mist, and we've got a sort of cast of around 6. Me and Sophie are directing it with the teacher, and we hope that it will be a really fun thing that we can put on for people and, create a little project, which is really, really fun. So yeah, that's something I really love about school.
Super, thank you. In year 9, 10 and 11, our pupils all participate in 3 game sessions a week, and the core college sports are rugby, hockey, cricket, tennis, athletics for boys, and hockey, netball, tennis, athletics for girls. But we do so many other sports that are carried through from year 9 all the way up to year 13. I think I said earlier that in 6th form you get much more choice and flexibility about the sports that you might want to do in your game sessions, but actually the majority of the pupils continue with those core college sports into their 6th form. But like you've all said, there's so many opportunities, there's something for everybody.
To College Theatre, aka Big School. This is our 260-seater theatre. It is a working theatre. So we do around 6 to 7 productions a year, which is a really full programme, and slightly more than lots of local schools in the area. So in this space we do our big production in the Michaelmas term. We also do our GCSE and A-level productions in this space. This is usually a working teaching space when the seats are down, they're sort of movable. We also have an 80-seater, which is called the Le Broc Studio, which is again a teaching space, and we use it for devised performances, and we use it for our pro-drama performance in the Michaelmas term. So a little bit more about our productions. So we start off with our pro-drama, which is where we invite an industry professional to come and work with one of our pupils, which is a really amazing opportunity for them to prepare them to go off into the industry or drama school should they want to. We then move on to our big show, our Michaelmas show, which is a musical and a play alternately every year. And then in the Lent term, we do our A-level set text production, which we've done Hedda Gabler, we've done Jerusalem, and we've done The Glass Menagerie. And that is done in a really short period. We do that in 4 weeks, and then we put it on just before half term. And then we go on and we do our A-level and our GCSE set performances, so scripted performances, which is part of their GCSE and A-level course. We then go on to do our scholars performances. So we have a group of scholarship pupils who create a script, create a devised performance, and then they work from a script, and then they perform it to parents. And then the last one is our play in the Dell play, which is our outside theatre. We're really lucky to have an outside space. Last year we did Hotel Paradiso, and this year we're going to be doing The Importance of Being Earnest. So we have a really full production sort of programme here, and we welcome all pupils to get involved from year 9 up to year 13.
Hello, my name is Anthony Lamb and I'm the Deputy Headmaster responsible for the co-curriculum at the college. We firmly believe that there is no such thing as a snowflake generation and that we are in the business of melting that myth of the snowflake generation. And we do this by ensuring that all the boys and girls here have the broadest opportunities that they can have to enrich and develop beyond the classroom. We believe that pupils will get good grades along the way, and it's what they do outside the classroom that's equally important. So for example, sport and exercise. We firmly believe in the concept of blue health, and one particular way in which we can imbue in the boys and girls a spirit of blue health is to get them used to engaging in sports and exercise on a regular basis. So every pupil in the school will take part in a sports and exercise program. For the junior pupils, they will do this through our core sports of rugby, hockey and cricket for the boys, and for the girls, hockey, netball, cricket, tennis and athletics. But there are a greater range of opportunities for sports and exercise as the boys and girls get older. Everything from fencing through to mountain biking, through sailing, windsurfing, cross country, as well as the core sports that I've talked about already. And what we want is when the boys and girls leave here, we want them to go to their first job or to the university, and once they've sorted out what they're studying or what their job will entail, we want them to have that natural instinct to look left and right and ask themselves, what else can I do out there that will keep me healthy and fit? We also believe in the spirit of service, and we do this through our program of cadets, the CCF, in year 10 through to year 12. Which many of the boys and girls take part in, but we don't just restrict ourselves to uniform service. There's lots of opportunities through our service in the community program, working with the elderly, the young, the infirm. We want these boys and girls to leave here with a sense that it isn't just about them, it's them asking themselves, what can they do for other people as well? Through this program of service and sport, there's a range of junior activities for the Year 9 and Year 10 pupils to embark on hobbies, clubs and societies, cage football through to coding, introduction to shooting, creative writing. We want these boys and girls to try things that they might not normally think were accessible to them. And so we have a vast range of opportunities there as well. We are very keen on developing a spirit of creativity in our boys and girls. And that we're not interested in boys and girls labelling themselves as being sportsmen and women or artists. We actually want everybody to feel that they have a creative edge, that they also have an edge that relates to exercise and sport as well. So we have the Arts Award program running through the school, bronze, silver and gold level. And this particular award program is akin to the Duke of Edinburgh Awards, but through the creative spheres. And it encourages these boys and girls to develop leadership through the creatives, and has a UCAS tariff as well. So the Gold Arts Award is an important program here, as is the Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme as well. We have over 100 boys and girls working through their silver and gold Duke of Edinburgh Award scheme as we speak right now. And we're very proud of our completion rate of 60%, which against the national average of 15% is something to be proud about. Because we don't believe that the boys and girls should start something unless they're willing to finish it. And let's talk a little bit about the Saturday program. The Saturday program is a really exciting initiative for us. We have for many years worked on the model of a 6-day-a-week program for lessons and games and the co-curriculum, but we decided that we would move into a new dimension, and that new dimension is all about offering a little bit more choice and flexibility about Saturdays, which gives our mixed cohort of day pupils and boarding pupils the full spectrum of opportunities. Boys and girls can start their Saturday with a brunch, big heart attack on a plate at 8:40 in the morning, and then they can go straight from that brunch into a range of optional activities, which might include academic drop-ins or inline skating or a session in a gym, the pool, the sports hall, and then of course they can still look forward to their gameplay because we will have 15 hockey teams, 14 netball teams, 17 rugby teams going out to play their games on a Saturday afternoon as well. So there is an experience For the boarders who know that they'll get a full 7-day-a-week experience with a very busy Saturday program, but also the day pupils who we do expect to contribute to their sports teams, but also who might decide that rather than come in for the full Saturday, they can join the team for a match during the day, or in fact they can come in and have that big breakfast and have that full Saturday as well. So it's a very exciting new opportunity for the boys and girls. We're into our 3rd term already and delighted with the outcomes. We only need to look at the numbers. Well over half the school are coming into this college on a Saturday morning to take part in those optional activities as well. So a very exciting new initiative.
So we're very fortunate to have a fantastic new dance studio that we use for a number of reasons. We offer private dance tuition, we offer dance GCSE, we offer dance at A-level as well. Our head of dance, Kirsty Reid, is well known in the area for dancing and dance teaching. But we also use it for some of our sixth form activities, don't we? So Sasha, you use the dance studio, but in what capacity?
Well, I've used it for every Tuesday and Friday and Thursday. Instead of games, you can come and do dance, which is really fun with your friends. Because especially during A-levels, if you don't want to do matches on a Saturday, you can do dance instead, which means you can get more work done on a weekend, which has really saved me because I've always done matches in the past, but recently I've been doing Zap, which is really fun.
So we've got some in-house teachers who teach Pilates, yoga, Zap, Zumba, all in this dance studio focused on our sixth formers. Because at sixth form you get a lot of flexibility about the games and the activities you choose.
And the dance studio is right next to the gym as well, so you can always go to the gym, do a bit of gym in there, and then you can come and do some dancing in here and just kind of relax, and it's really nice.
And we've got some really lovely stained glass windows which you might be able to catch on camera that were done by sponsored by the Arnold Embellishers in a competition. And the winning design actually got made specifically and bespokely for the college. So another fantastic facility we have here in the Wynn building is the fitness studio. It's state of the art, it's brand new, and many pupils use it. Our very talented sportsmen and women use it for high performance training, strength and conditioning, all the way from year 9 up to year 13. However, it's also available for our pupils to use on a social basis and a fitness basis, and I think the sixth formers quite like to use it.
Yeah, it's so good when you've got loads of work on, you can just come here and escape. Like I come here every afternoon pretty much, and you can do rowing, you can do cycling, you can do weights, you can basically do whatever you want, and he'll give you a nice timetable fit for you. It's just a really nice place to come and escape, basically.
So our pupils are all inducted into how to use the gym so that they can use it in their free time, whether that be in an activity period or a sixth form study period, evening sessions, and it's also open on the Saturday mornings as part of our enrichment program, where pupils can opt in to come and do different activities, and the gym is one of those that they can choose to do on a Saturday. Well used by our boarders and other pupils like yourself, a day pupil, to keep fit and I guess just have that exercise and, as you say, get your body and your mind thinking.
We're so lucky to have a fantastic indoor swimming pool here in the Wynn building. It's 6 lanes wide and 25 metres long. There are spectator galleries right inside and alongside the swimming pool, enabling swimming galas and other events to be fantastically spectated and supported. It is a truly wonderful facility with its own changing rooms poolside as well, and scoreboards and touch timing pads to enable the swimmers to record their time for competitive races. The light and the architecture design of the swimming pool makes it a very special, bright place to be.
We are so lucky to have a fantastically sized indoor sports hall that is used for many indoor sports as well as things like PE sessions and social sport by our boarders and our day pupils in the evenings and on the weekend. We can facilitate many indoor sports, including indoor hockey, indoor tennis, netball, basketball, and a tremendous amount of cricket coaching and training. The sports hall is actually the length of a full-size run-up for those sprint bowlers who might be wanting to do some pace bowling practice in the cricket nets.
Good afternoon, I'm Jessica Simmons from Eastbourne College. I'm the head of academic PE. We have a large number of pupils that take part in PE. We have currently 84 that do GCSE PE, and they follow on to A-level, where we have a cohort of just over 40 pupils. As you can see below, we have the wonderful facility of the sports hall. The sports hall is often used for activities and our games programme. The games programme runs 3 times a week, where they have competitive fixtures during the middle of the week and at weekends. It's also available for activities. The activities that are run in this programme are fencing, basketball, badminton, amongst others, where we still have cricket, badminton, squash. We also have netball taking place, as you can see, where we have a range of pupils and a range of teams. The teams range from A through to D team. We also have fourth team and recreational teams that don't wish to take part competitively but wish to just take part in the sport. Our PE corridor, which is behind me, is amongst 3 A-level classrooms and GCSE, and then to the left we have the gym, which is also accessible for pupils to take part in general fitness and well-being, that is also next to our dance studio. The pupils are really active throughout the week, and those pupils have the opportunity, not just in their games time, but in their downtime as boarders, to take part in a physical and active lifestyle, which is so important, and expressed and supported by the staff as well, that like to take part in rowing, outdoor pursuit areas with the downs being close by. They can also do mountain biking, cross-country running on the downs, which is just within 5 minutes walk of the school. So there's a variety of sports that are on offer, as you can see, and these top-class facilities really do expand pupils that wish to take part in a range of sport, but also to elite level.
So the house system at Eastbourne College is really important. It plays quite a big role in the life of the pupils and the staff. We have 10 houses at the college. All pupils have the same experience of the house system. We have 6 boys' houses and 4 girl houses, half of which are boarding and day. We have a motto, a saying in the college, that as one. So day pupils have exactly the same experience of the house system as boarders do, except they go home and sleep. So they have everything but the bed. The pastoral care is really important in the school. You'll hear the terminology of HUSM, and I'm going to ask our pupils here what has been the most important and valuable part of their life at school when it comes to the house system. Why don't you start, Sophie?
So I'd say that the most important aspect of house for me is the relationship with your HUSM, because your HUSM is the person who oversees the house, and they really know you on an individual level. They know you, what you're studying, they know what you like, and they know how to support you. That's why they know how to support you. So you meet with your HUSM usually twice a day, the whole house, for morning roll call and then afternoon roll call. But they're usually around house anyway, so you can drop in and see them and ask them questions or just chat to them. And also they're always there if you want to send an email, and no question is too small really for them. They love supporting you. And also HUSMs organise big house events, like they see the overrunning of the house concert, which is an amazing part of everyone's house year. And for example, in Watt, our HUSM, Mrs. Hutt, recently organised a treasure hunt and an international dinner just for the whole house to get together. And she really enjoyed organising that, and we really enjoyed doing it. And it's a great way for us to, get to know our HUSM better, and for them to be able to support us. And they're just a brilliant port of call for us throughout our year and over our time as we grow and progress through the college.
Thank you. And what about you, Lewis?
For me, it has to be the friendships you make in-house. I mean, there's so awesome, so epic Eastbourne College that sometimes it can be overwhelming, especially if you're new here. And being in-house so long, and the new people you meet sharing your prep room with, you see in the mornings, and all day, they can really become your family, and they really help you through. They become your rock, and you have great friendships, and then you just make so many great memories here doing them. So I mentioned earlier with rowing, we have all the different sports, we get to play table tennis in-house, and you really bond and make great friends at the end of it.
And for you, Billy?
It is great having a base at house, and whichever one you get put into, you will make friends for life. You'll get to know your housemaster or mistress really well. Having table tennis is brilliant and really good fun. We also get to make toast as well. There's fruit in the house, and it's probably where you do a lot of your work, especially in the younger years, because you want to get to know people at the same time. So yeah, having it as a base, having it as a place to meet people, do fun things. Sophie mentioned house concert, which is something each house does at one point throughout the year, where anyone who wants to show off some sort of talent they've got, whether it be sort of singing, acting, some sort of thing that they can perform to people, we do that on a Saturday night, and loads of the college community will come and watch and sort of enjoy the sense of community, both in the house but also as a school as a whole. So yeah, having the house as a base and having it as a place to meet really nice people has been really, really fun for me.
And as far as from a boarder's perspective, in the house you've got the HUSM, you've got the tutors, so every year group has a tutor that looks after them primarily for academic purposes. But in the boarding houses you've also got a live-in matron and a live-in resident tutor. So for those boarders, there's 24/7 care from a pastoral team that is focused really on their well-being, whether it be pastoral, social or academic. And the boarding, all of our boarding houses, all our boarders come together for their meals. There's opportunity to make toast and drinks and have fruit in-house. But actually we eat as a community, so our boarders eat breakfast together in our dining hall. Day pupils, boarders and staff have lunch together, and many day pupils, I would say about half of the day pupils stay for supper and eat supper with our boarders. So community is important, and the boarding houses and the day houses come together on many opportunities, whether it be meals or activities, inter-house competition. We do inter-house debating, inter-house football, all the core college sports. We do inter-house singing, a cappella, chess,
drama as well.
Drama, quite a lot of inter-house activity, inter-house charity competitions, so a real opportunity to come together as a school of over 600 pupils, but divided amongst these 10 houses. I'm here with Ben Jourdain, who is housemaster of Pennell House, one of our 3 boys' boarding houses. Ben has done lots of family visits for us, so knows exactly the type of questions new parents and new families will want to know about life in a boarding house. Ben, what do you think parents would like to know most about?
I think the first thing they want to know is how we're looking after them. You give your son, daughter over to us, and you want to know what happens in the first few days and how they are shown around the place. I think you need to be aware that the boys are given, in my case I have 60 boys in a boarding house, and the boys are given a buddy, a senior boy in the house who looks after them, will show them where to go. That only really needs to last for a few days. The boys are pretty quick to get up and running. But they're made to feel in the first week of school life that they can come to us and ask any questions. I meet with everyone in the first week every night. We sit down, we have a cup of hot chocolate, and we talk about what's coming, what the day has been like, any problems and things like that. So, and in terms of feeding that back, of course I will be in touch if there's any particular problems. But normally I will endeavour to call in the first couple of days, first 3 days maybe, just to give reassurance that everything's fine.
And on an ongoing basis, we have quite a good way of communicating back to parents, either by yourself or tutors, around how boys and girls are doing. Do you want to talk about the ERCs and that type of more formal side of things?
Yeah, well, every boy will have a tutor in the house who will monitor academic progress. The report cards that come out throughout the term are sent electronically to you, and that will consist of every subject with a comment from a teacher and a grade, a predicted grade, and a challenge grade to make them to reach out for the aspirational. A formal meeting, it takes place between the child and the tutor. They both write a comment on the form. The tutor and I will then meet to discuss any particular issues that we need to be dealing with. I don't formally meet with the boys, but if I'm, in passing, I will comment to them on how their report card looks like. If there's a particular area that I think we do need to sit down and talk about, I will bring them in and talk about things. But it's more day to day on the academic front that I'm involved. The tutor formally reports with those.
You get made aware of, through a formal reporting system, a flagging system, if the boy's not doing his work, for example, or if he's done particularly good work.
Indeed.
You've got a way of knowing that, so you
My
can catch them in the corridor.
My inbox gets very full of all sorts of things, be it a good bit of work, a praiseworthy piece of work, or maybe a bit of work that hasn't been done correctly and needs to be redone. So that, yes, I get a lot of.
So you get quite a good umbrella view of what's happening. When we spoke to some of the pupils earlier, we talked about the role of a resident tutor and a matron. So how important are those figures in a house for the boys?
Matron's hugely important. She's there day in, day out, as I am. She runs a surgery at the strategic points of the day when all the boys are in the house, so they can come and see her. Resident tutor is vital as well, in the sense that he's a 2IC if I'm drawn somewhere else. But he also, in my house, looks after all the year 9, so he knows what the patterns of behaviour are likely to be, what the pinch points are going to be. He's, one step ahead of them the whole time, just preempting things.
Just experienced in how to embed those new pupils into the school.
Yeah.
And matrons are the ones who get involved in a lot of the logistics with ward, isn't it? Booking taxis, helping with medical appointments, and that's even down to helping labelling socks on occasion.
Mending glasses and things, all happens. Yeah.
So parents know that we're providing a real full boarding experience for those boys, whether they're here 7 days a week or not, in terms of having access to med centre and all those sorts of facilities.
And of course, all sorts of things happen at the weekends, whether be it trips or be it
That's right.
walks along the seafront. All that stuff is happening all the time. Yes, it's important that those who are with us are entertained but have some downtime at the weekends as well.
Yeah, I think that's quite important. We hear that from pupils quite a lot, that although they like things available on the weekend, they also actually want a bit of normal life and chill out time, as it were, especially on a Sunday, for example. Super. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All pupils who leave Eastbourne College are called Old Eastbournians. We actually have the Bornean Society that looks after current pupils, current parents, past pupils and past parents, so that we have a whole community coming together to support the college, whether it be fundraising, raising awareness, networking, alumni introducing, and we have the Bornean Society with branches all over the world, New York, Melbourne, Singapore, Hong Kong, Africa, where we connect together as a community with something in common, that one thing being Eastbourne College. These are some of the stories of our past pupils. We've got old Eastbournians here who are actors, filmmakers involved in Formula 1. We have got top cricketers, we have got medical professionals. I think there's an optometrist as well. So a real vast array of stories. And all these old Eastbournians left the college within the last 10, 15 years. So these are recent pupils who have left the college and have great stories to tell and are inspiration to our current pupil body.
Hello, so I'm David Stewart, I'm Director of the Bornean Society. The Society is the umbrella organisation which includes all the parents, the former parents, the old Eastbournians, our alumni, and we arrange a number of different events for this community, particularly the career networking events, which obviously the pupils benefit from. For example, we run legal, medical, marketing, shipping, financial, banking, asset management, you name it. We run a whole concoction of different career networking events. Wonderful for the pupils because they get to meet experts in their particular field, get contacts, and the Eastbournian Society community contributes to the Futures event or Careers Convention, which we believe is one of the best in the country. This year we had 70 different careers represented and universities, and members of Year 11, the lower 6 and upper 6 were able to come and spend that time with those experts. So another thing that the Bornean Society does is it arranges trips, cultural events for our community. That may be trips up to the London Theatre or to art galleries, or overseas trips to the World War I battlefields or the Normandy landings or the Champagne region, so that there are real benefits for being part of the Eastbournian Society and the wider Eastbourne College community. So one of the benefits for pupils coming to the college is that once you've become an Eastbournian, you are an Eastbournian for the rest of your life, whether you like it or not. And this community is truly a global one. So there are people who meet in Hong Kong or Los Angeles or Dubai or Sydney who meet under the Eastbourne College or the Eastbournian Society banner. And this network obviously has all sorts of benefits.
Hi, welcome to the Futures Department. My name is Miss Gordon and I'm Head of Futures at Eastbourne College. My job here is to make sure that pupils are prepared for life after school, whether they're leaving at the end of their GCSEs or the end of their A-level studies. As Head of Futures, I work with pupils from Year 9 upwards, providing excellent career information, advice and guidance. But that's just half of the story. I'm also responsible for making sure that you develop the skills that you will need to succeed in the 21st century workplace. A lot of my time is spent working with our sixth form and making sure that they're prepared for life after Eastbourne College. That could include preparing a university application, making plans for a fulfilling and formative gap year, or making a really compelling application to work or a degree apprenticeship. So that's what the Futures Department is, and that's what I do. It's been great to meet you. If you have any questions at all, please do get in touch with me via the admissions team, and I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Whenever families come to visit the college, they always remark on how it has a lovely campus-like feel and a very grown-up feel. This also makes younger children who visit the school think about how they might find their way around the campus. What I'm always very clear about telling young visitors and families is that after being here for a few days, it's very easy to learn to find your way around the school. All of the academic buildings, so all those places where you have your lessons, are all in one part of the campus. They're all on one side of that beautiful college field. Every academic department has its own building, like the science block, the DT block, the art block. English and maths are in their own specific locations, as are the humanities. So we're very fortunate to have all the teaching in a very concentrated area. There's also an underlying rule in the school that says nobody can be told off for being late for class in the first 2 weeks of term. And there's lots of people around to help and make sure that whether you're a Year 9 or a Year 12 new starter, you know where you're going and you can find your way around. As mentioned before, we have 10 houses that the pupils belong to, whether it be day boarding boys or girls. Each of the houses is well equipped with common rooms, study areas, Wi-Fi connectivity, and of course for boarders, those washroom and sleeping facilities. We haven't been able to show you inside any of the houses on this virtual tour, but there are plenty of photos on our website or in our literature if you'd like to have a closer look. I hope you've enjoyed this virtual tour. I fully appreciate there's nothing like coming to visit a school face to face and having a walk around. But I hope that this unscripted, unplanned virtual tour has given you just a little bit of an insight into what we have to offer, both through our facilities, the people, our academic offering, our endless horizons being at the seafront, and our endless opportunities for our boys and girls. We can't wait to show you around when you are able to come and visit us in person, but I hope this little tour has given you more information and a better insight into who we are.